Hello, and welcome back to the Taylah Louise Budgets channel. You are here with me today for my second paycheck stuffing for the month of July. So let's get into it. You might have already noticed from my intro, but I do have a sparkle on my hand right now. It is my engagement ring. So if you've been following for a while, you would know that I have been engaged since January, but I've only just gotten my ring because we did order it bespoke and I did design it, and I am absolutely in love. But we're gonna get to the stuffing because that's what this video is about. Now, what you might see is more money than usual. And that is because I did in fact get a pay rise. So I am a teacher, I work for the Department of Education, and we have a new EB agreement that has finally gone through, been finalized, etc. And that has meant that we got a 4% pay rise this year. I also started teaching mid-year 4 years ago. And so I have now gone up a band at the same time. So I did get a pay rise of $168 net. So that's how much it's worked out to be that I get actually in my account extra each fortnight, and that is kind of an estimate, so I hope this works because I am filming this before the paycheck goes in. So I should be at 2,433 now, and I was at 2,265. So I feel incredibly blessed to be on such a good income, and we're gonna get stuffing. So today there should be $545 here, and then I'll explain this money in a moment. So we're just gonna check that this is 545. So 51, 52, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 10, 20, 30, 5, 45. So 545, and then here we have 10, 20, 30, 5, 45, 50. And what you'll notice is that these are rattier notes, and this is going to be for my fuel. So it is part of the stuffing. So technically I am stuffing $5.95 today, but I just want to keep these notes separate because I want these ones to pay for my fuel so that I can get rid of some rattier notes. Now I can get situated with this money and we'll get stuffing. Okie dokie. So if you are wondering, hang on, you said you just got paid $2,433. Why are you only stuffing $595? And that is because this is the cash that I'm stuffing into my binders. Now I am transferring $1,200 into my joint account for house expenses. That is mortgage, that is bills, that is sinking funds that are joint together with my partner for our house. $500 will be cash stuffed separately into my bills binder in a separate video because I'm getting ahead on my bill. So $500 will be for that. And then one of the things that we're doing is a $130 transfer that is digital. And there are a few other digital things I'll talk about as well. But that just means that we've got $595 cash today. I did work this out on my paycheck budget template that is available on my Etsy store, Taylah Louise Budgets. There are a few different color variations and so forth on there, so check it out. But we are going to start with my unstuffing, which is absolutely nothing because it is completely empty. My wallet, I did overspend, whatever, it is what it is. So there's nothing in here, but there is some change from my Aussie Change Challenge. Now this zipper at the back has turned into a catch-all. I recognize that, but it's because I'm very guilty of walking around with my wallet and not a handbag of any kind. So I end up stuffing gum, a hair tie, and lip gloss into here with my key for my car. So we had $4.05. Is $4.05 available? No, it's not. So what are we gonna do? I do need to get my Nature's Way jar, but no ad because they won't sponsor me. So $4.05, what are we gonna do? Ugh, that's so inconvenient. I feel like, well, I can't do $4 because then I've already done the 5 cents. But what I could do, could I do $4? Could I do, this is inconvenient. If I did $3.90 and 15 cents, that adds up. So we'll go 15 cents and $3.90. There we go, 2 more done. There is absolutely zero rush on this. It's just the change when I have change. And eventually I will have $1,000. So that is wonderful. This is my change challenge, also available on my Etsy store, Taylah Louise Budgets. And this is my second jar of the year, and it is almost completely full. I'm gonna have a Yeti Cheers, which is a Nespresso iced latte. And then we are going to get into my wallet expenses. So this wallet, I keep getting asked about it. It is from Wild Printables on Etsy, but she currently isn't stocking them. Spending wise though, is going to get its usual $20 for the fortnight. Shopee is going to get $200 because I keep overspending on food, and that is because I am doing YouFoods at the moment, but I am losing weight, and so I want to continue to do YouFoods. I'm purchasing food for myself and my partner. It does mean that I'm spending less on dining out money, because whenever we do dine out, he then pays for it. But you know what? It's just a sacrifice I have to make to spend more money on groceries. But yeah, so 51, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200. And I do believe like 145 of this is already spent on the delivery that's coming tomorrow. However, I do only receive YouFoods once a fortnight. So that's why it's $145 in one transaction, because I order 18 meals. And that is for the two of us. So that's kind of 9 meals each. So that's why I spend a little bit extra, because I still need to buy some stuff to have for like work lunches. So we'll see how we go there. Eating out is going to be 100, because every now and then I do go out to eat with a friend or something. And then obviously my partner's not going to pay for that if he's not there. And sometimes I go through Zarafas. This week, actually, I have surprised some of my friends with like coffee in the morning and stuff. So that has been coming out of my eating out budget. 50, 70, 90, 100 going in there. These envelopes, these Milkies, are from Budget Down Under. She has some awesome creations going on at the moment. She's got some wonderful binders that she's been making as well, and I can't wait for her to start selling them. I desperately want to have enough money to do one of her Hundy challenges. And Lay is just absolutely incredible. I just love her to bits. I call her Princess Lay. She calls me Queenie. Hearts to lay, honestly. But yeah, so head over to her Instagram at Budget Down Under. She does also have a YouTube channel, but if you're interested in envelopes like these, head over to her Instagram at Budget Down Under and let her know that I sent you. Zoom is going to get this 50, so 10, 20, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50. And I think I definitely will need this. $50 doesn't give me a full tank of fuel, and fuel is expensive at the moment. So I will definitely need that in the fortnight. Queenie Vibes is empty for the rest of the month because I just had my lashes done, and now I don't have any appointments until next month, and that money will come out of my bill binder. And Bufferino is empty. So that is my wallet complete, which means we can shift on over to my digital binder. Now, I am overdue to do an update of what the balance is in my emergency fund, because I did stop kind of stuffing this when it got to the 3K, because if you aren't aware, my goal for emergency was I did $1,000 in my first year, which is the Dave Ramsey method. And then every year that I've been budgeting like this since, I've added $1,000. So that is my goal, is that every year I save an extra $1,000 towards my emergency fund so that it continues to grow throughout my lifetime, but it's not a massive strain. That is just what I feel comfortable with. I know people do 3-month expense funds, 6-month expense funds, but both my partner and I have really stable jobs, job security. I also have a super fund where I have a great insurance policy for loss of income. So this is what I am comfortable with. But I do, because I get bonus interest by stuffing into this separate digital fund every month, I do have a automatic transaction of $5 that goes in on the 22nd of every month. And that is just so that I get that bonus interest. And that just comes out of my cushion, which I don't mind, because whenever I do pay anything on my card, it is a round up. So because of those round ups, I actually figure that it probably just comes out of, I went to Zarafas and I pulled out $10, but I spent $8, that sort of thing. Next is annual. So this is all of my annual expenses that are personal, so not house related. So this is mostly all of my car stuff. I do, as a teacher, have to pay registration fees and union fees. And so that is all included in that. So the way that I had worked it out is that it was $130 a fortnight that I needed to put in that would cover all of those expenses. I hope that number adds up. With inflation, everything has kind of gone up, but it's well stocked at the moment, and I would cash flow any additional. I also do have my miscellaneous bills fund and my bill binder, so if something was over the price, I do have a buffer zone for that. Sinking funds, that's just the amount of money that I have in placeholders. Now, debt. So because of my tight budget that I've been having, and with having this pay rise, I do want to do better than what I have done, but I've got a $168 pay rise. Now, I am committed to a minimum of $50 going to additional debt every fortnight. I actually want that to be higher, but I haven't been stuffing my sinking funds for a long time. So this particular paycheck, I'm wanting to just add a little bit here and there, but in the future, I do want to be putting more than $50 a fortnight into this. This was my goal for the year, was to save an extra $5,000, get this up to $5,000 so that I have $5,000 sitting there. So I wanted an extra $5,000 in here to go onto my car loan. However, I have explained a few times, but I can't do so yet because we do still have a contract on land that we bought over 2 years ago, and that has gone up in value. So we still want to purchase it. Even though we purchased the house, we will purchase the land and then sell the land, and that will make us a profit. So we still want to do that, which means that I need to keep as much money in my bank as possible. So while these are placeholders, this money is sitting in my bank earning interest at the moment. And when push comes to shove, when we do actually need to finalize that land, the bank sees that I've got money in my bank account. So the debt can wait. As soon as that is all sorted and we sell that land, I will go plonk onto my debt. That is the plan, but I am still prioritizing saving up the money for it. Another reason for that is I've been looking at, obviously it's tax time, and I've been looking at my HECS debt, and I feel so jibbed. Australian student loans are meant to be good, meant to be easy. However, I think I paid off out of my just normal paychecks. I think I paid off $3,300 of my student loans this financial year. And then I got indexed a total of like $2,750, which is disgusting for Australian loans. But it is what it is. It does mean that after I pay off my car loan, I might consider paying off my HECS quicker as well. It's a bit tricky because actually at the moment, because we are variable in our home loan, that money would actually likely be better paid on my home loan. So I'm trying to work out what to do about debt. I know that I could be a lot more frugal than I currently am, and I'm just deciding what to do about that. But that's not what this video is, so we'll just keep counting. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5,000, 150, 200. So that is $5,200 that I have here. Should I just swap out these placeholders? I think I might, honestly. This is so messy. Okay, I'm gonna need that 100. And this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5,000. So I use placeholders from Carolina Caro Cash, and there's some really cool ones on there. So $5,200 is in my debt fund at present. I figured I might as well just do a swap out because I don't have enough money in my other sinking funds to do a cash exchange video. Okay, that is much thinner. Recycle and Save has nothing at the moment. And adulting, which is essentially for if I have a tax bill, is sitting at 5, 6, 10, 15. So 615, which is good because my tax estimate does say that I'm going to have a bill, but I haven't done my business one yet. So we'll see what happens there. Now that is feeling very empty, but it's complete. So we can swap on over to my other sinking funds. Okie dokie, I just had a mini toilet break, but we will continue stuffing now. So Tato's not getting anything, neither is Taylah Louise. Travel is going to get 25. My goal is that out of my paychecks, put $25 in travel every fortnight until the Eras concert next February, which should mean that I'll have a decent chunk of money in here for the trip to Sydney. So 20, 40, 65, 70 in there now. Tech is going to get its usual 20. So it gets 20 every paycheck, and that is aiming to put me in a situation where I can buy my next phone outright. I think I've still got an iPhone 11, so it will crap itself at some point. So 20 going in there, which means that we are sitting at 1,000, 51, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 80. So $1,380. That is a good place to be. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. Alrighty, then health has nothing in it at the moment, so we're just gonna chuck a tenner in there. I need to be putting money in health because of I've been getting the depot shot for contraception, so I need to make sure that I'm putting some money in here so that every 12 weeks I'll have enough in here to pay for that depot shot. Future is going to get a tenner, and we're doing something fun with this today. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 in there. So $850 in future. Now, when I started this, I didn't know what big life event was coming next in my life, but I kind of started the future fund as kind of like saving for my future, the next big thing. Now, as I've introduced my engagement ring in this video, the next big thing for me is we're getting married. Now, I don't want to save these amounts in each go, which is why I haven't introduced this savings challenge of Caro Cashes until now, but I'm at a point in here where I can actually start coloring in some of the bigger ones, and then I can just fill it in when I hit a milestone, I think. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and maybe what I'll do is the cash I won't include on here, but the placeholders I will, because obviously the placeholders aren't going to be used until I'm actually paying for the wedding. So I think that makes sense, which means that I would go 5, 6, 7, 800 can go on here, and then we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 at the moment. So 800 is what I'm actually going to plug in on here. And then when that $50 turns into 100 and changes to a placeholder, that is when it can be included on here. That seems to make sense. Now, what are we going to do? We've got 153, 450, 6, and then we'll go 7, 8. Not my neatest coloring, but that is okay. So 150, 300, 450, 600, 7, 8. So 800 in placeholders at the moment in the We're Getting Married fund for my future husband. Okay, then we have the tattoo fund, which is going to be spent next weekend. That's okay. So then we have Boo is not getting anything today, but he still has 120 in there. His birthday's next month and I've already bought some bits and bobs for that. Mind you, I know that he's spoiling me for my birthday in September, so I need to think about something else that maybe I can get him. Bernie is going to get a tenner, and I miss coloring this in, so I'm going to. So we said each icon was worth 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50 in Bernie. Gifts is also going to get a tenner, so they're not getting a lot, but just each sinking fund is kind of getting stuffed a little bit. So we've got 50, 65 in there now. Christmas is also getting a tenner, and I am going to actually start my challenge for this now. So we've got 1, 2, 53, 50, 70, 90, 410, 420, 430, 440 in Christmas already. And we are at the end of July, so 440 in Christmas. Actually, maybe I shouldn't. I was going to start this today, but I think this only saves like 550. So we are almost a whole page of this done. So maybe when I get to 500, I start it. Or maybe when I get to the full amount, I start it again. 1, 2, 53, 50, 70, 90, 410, 420, 430, 440. Yeah, okay. I was going to start this today, but now I won't because I just feel like that's such a waste. Unless I just go, you know what, yeah, okay. I'll go each Santa is worth 10. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 70, 140, 210, 280. Why can I not count anymore? 350, 420. Was it 430? Oh my God, why can I not count? 50, 1, 50, 70, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40. So it's at 40. So, and then we can go 1 and 2. There we go. Changing my mind very quickly, but that's okay. That is Christmas. And then last but not least in this binder is events, which is down to $15. So we're just going to add another 10 in there to take her to 25. Then my sinking funds, my main sinking funds are done, which means we can just pop on over to savings challenges, whereby monthly, which is where I put the money that's coming from my fortnightly paychecks in, and then I stuff my savings challenges once a month, is sitting at 20, 40, 50, 65, 70. So we've got $70 going into challenges from this paycheck, and we already had 20, 40, 45, 50 from my last paycheck of July, which means altogether we should have $120 for this month. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20. So $120 from this month for savings challenges. So you'll have to stay tuned on my channel for me to stuff those. We've got some fun ones going on at the moment. But then that means that we are all done with all the money for today. So I hope you did enjoy this video. Make sure to go down below, click like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified every single time I upload. I did strip back from my 2 uploads a week to 1 upload a week. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been doing 3 videos a fortnight. So I used to do Thursdays and Sundays at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Now I'm doing every Sunday and every second Thursday. And I'm finding some balance with that at the moment without getting you kind of too far behind on my budget. I do like to bulk film and let them go out sporadically because, you know, I'm a busy gal. But I hope that that is kind of keeping you closer to when I'm filming this. So I hope you do enjoy this video. Make sure to go down below. I already said all of that. So bye.